Hi, so this is going to be another video on prompt 5 from the May 2024 ToK essay questions. If you haven't already seen my other video on this prompt, I recommend watching that first. But now I'm going to go through some more key points to bear in mind for this title. And also I have put a link to the full written guide in the description for you to check out if you so wish. And this contains a much more detailed analysis of the title, ways to approach the question using different AOKs, lots of real life examples, and links to the knowledge framework and key concepts. Okay, important point number 1, be very clear about who or what the custodians of knowledge are in each of your AOKs. Are you referring to someone who holds a specific position, such as a scientific curator, or are you talking about some institution that's responsible for preserving and overseeing knowledge in a particular field of study? Regardless of whoever or whatever you're defining as a custodian of knowledge, make sure that your arguments are centered around them. Okay. Secondly, don't make the mistake of just talking about the positives and negatives of custodians. The title specifically asks, do we need them? I mean, consider how a particular group or institution that serves this function may be flawed in some way, but still has an essential role to play. So, for example, you can criticize the British Museum for basically being the home of a lot of stolen artifacts, but at the same time, you can argue that it plays a vital role in the preservation of historical and cultural knowledge. A slightly more general point to remember is avoid making overly simplistic claims. So, in the case of this title, that would be something like, we need custodians of knowledge in history, or we don't need custodians of knowledge in the arts. So instead, you need to make sure that you're also referencing a particular knowledge issue that's relevant to both the title and the AOK. So for instance, you might say as a claim, we need centralized institutions for organizing and preserving historical knowledge. Another point about oversimplification, make sure that your counterclaims aren't just the complete opposite of the claims. Rather, they should challenge some aspect of said claim. So you may argue that custodians are a vital part of knowledge verification in the natural sciences, and then in the counterclaim say that whilst they're undoubtedly important, technological advances mean that less of them are needed. Finally, do you base your argument on an element from the knowledge framework and bring in key concepts? So you can take the element of ethics, for example, and the key concept of responsibility, and apply them to an argument about how custodians are needed to ensure that knowledge is managed and used in a way which respects the rights of individuals and communities. Something like that. Okay, well, those are some key points to remember if you're tackling this question. As I mentioned before, you can find a lot more information in the full written guide. And if you would like a little bit of help, feel free to book a tutoring session with me. Many thanks for watching.